Welcome back to REV Endurance Sports, and today I've got my good friend John D with me, and he is or has been using the REV Energy product, and he texted me over the weekend and said, hey, or was it yesterday? When was it?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, Monday, texted me that he needed 2 more containers. So let's talk about it. I gave you 2 containers, just kind of on a demo. I know this gentleman for a long time. And I gave you 2 containers just to try them out, and tell me how you ended up using those 2 containers.
Yeah, so, you introduced me to it probably about a month and a half ago.
Yep.
And I was looking for a nutritional supplement that I can use during training.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had any luck with some of the other products. I have a very sensitive stomach.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and what caught my attention with you when you were talking about this product was it was tasteless.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest what got me over the line was that's what it was. You and I were talking about your recent ride.
Okay.
And you did 100+ miles or whatever it was. Maybe 300 miles over the weekend, something crazy. And you're like, the only nutrition I had was REV Energy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me, tell me about it.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, after that conversation you and I had, you said, hey, look, why don't you give it a try? So you gave me two tubs.
Yep.
One personal and one I could, share. We have a club.
Now, it's a triathlon club that John D is probably the nicest, most patient man on this planet. It's a development group. So the reason why I wanted to give you a second container was so you can divvy it out to your club, because at the very outset of in their infancy of their triathlon career, it's really important to get that nutrition going.
Sure.
Because, you could have a lot of missteps with your nutrition.
Yeah, and a lot of it is from experience, right? I mean, I've been got into Ironman Triathlon. 2013 was my first one, so 12 years ago.
And how many have you done? Like one every
couple
couple of years, maybe?
Yeah, a lot more than my share.
Yeah.
But enough experience to know what works for me and what doesn't. And and at the time, here we are 12 years later, and I'm still looking for something.
Yeah.
So I was really open to that. And when we have new members who are trying to get into the triathlon, asking for nutritional advice, my advice has always been try it on your own, because everybody is different.
Yeah.
What may work for me may not work for you,
right.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
We have the full spectrum of athletes. I mean, we have athletes who have qualified for world championships. We have athletes who've never done triathlon, and everybody in between. So like you mentioned, it's a full gamut. So when they ask me, hey, what do you use?
Right.
And I'm like, don't take what I use. It may not work for you, but here are some of the things that I have used in the past.
Yep.
So I encourage you to try some of these, try other products, and see what works for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So anyway, getting back to your question, I had 2 tubs. I used one for myself. I shared the other one to several members, and I said, hey, look, I'm trying it at the same time you guys are.
Yeah.
And then we'll compare notes afterwards.
Right.
So here we are. I'm back for 2 more tubs for myself.
For personal use.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that you had a sensitive stomach. I don't believe you shared that with me early, a month ago, whenever I proposed it to you. Without naming names, maybe, what is it that causes you GI distress with other products? Or what is it that hasn't worked for you, like, let's say, at race intensity, or maybe, or what is it? Do you get gas? Do you get bloated? I mean,
GI issues just in general. So stomach issues, and some races I've had problems keeping stuff in. And, after the race, you look back on it and go, what did I take? How many calories did I take in? what was my calorie intake per hour, what worked, what didn't, when did I bonk, when did I hit the wall, all those kind of things. I started looking at it. And one thing for sure, even though I used different products, I was still having the same issues. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not the product, right? So I'm always open to trying new ones. Hey, does it have enough, not just calories, but does it have enough sodium, or, hey, I sweat a lot, so if it's too hot, maybe I need more of those supplements. When you and I were talking, you kind of broke it down to me very easily to understand and go, hey, look, this doesn't taste anything.
Yep.
If you want other things to put in it, just mix it, and it's not going to hurt you. So that's when I started. I said, let me try with the baseline, not mixing it with anything. And George, literally, it's like drinking water.
It is.
But what I did notice,
it is.
It is. I mean, there's no taste.
Yep.
You're not taking. You're not drinking it and go, man, that's a supplement. Man, that's too much. I need to cut back on the scoops because this is too sweet, or it's too heavy, or whatever. Right.
You were about to say one thing I noticed.
One thing I noticed that even though I'm riding more miles now, right? Whenever I do take it, I don't see the difference until after the ride.
Okay.
Meaning, like, hey, I felt good.
Right.
Like, I didn't go, hey, it's been an hour of riding, I need to take a supplement.
Right.
And then it's going to take me through the next hour before I take another one. No, this one, I just take it whenever.
Yeah.
And it's leveled off my, I don't know.
Well, your calorie
my
intake
calorie
is
intake.
not,
I don't look at it and go, I need to take 3 more, whatever.
Yeah. So what I think you're talking about is the ease to continuously get the calories in. So there are so many ways to do it, right? I prefer this method, and that is I put the calories in a bottle. That's what the powder does, right? You put it in a bottle and you ride. So this way, if I put 2 scoops, 200 calories, if I put 4 scoops, 400 calories in a bottle, every time I sip, and there's muscle memory built in. So I tell people when I'm training them, when I'm mentoring and training them, it's like, okay, drink before you stop. So you're coming up to the traffic light, you grab the front brake with your left hand, you start easing, you start squeezing the brake a little bit, drink, put it back in, and then you're ready to stop at the light. If you stop at the light and then grab your bottle, that light's going to turn green. It almost always
every time.
Every time. By the time you come down to a stop, you unclip, you sit down, it's going to turn green. So drink before you stop. And then I also tell people, drink before you drop. So you're going up a climb, just as you've pretty much hit the slowest speed you're going to go, drink, and then the hill starts to pick up speed. You've already taken your swig. If you're not confident riding at 30 plus miles per hour and grabbing a bottle. Most people aren't. So if you keep that going, you're always taking calories in.
Correct.
Whereas if you have a gel, if you have something, and by the way, those are great too, but you have to I have to grab the gel, bite the tip off and squeeze it in. I'm trying to steer the bike. I'm with a group of people maybe. But you always have to drink.
Sure.
You don't always have to grab a gel or a bar or something like that. And so that keeps the nutrition steadily always coming in. Always. Every time you take a sip, 20, 30, 40, 50 calories, who knows how much, right? Depending on the concentration. Now, one thing you mentioned just a second ago is you said it tastes like water. That's the idea. How many scoops have you been using thus far?
Good question, because I was just going to get into that.
Okay, go.
So in the beginning, I was just doing 1 scoop.
Okay.
100 calories. I go on a short ride.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to use any more than 100. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So as I started picking up mileage, I started putting 2 scoops, 3 scoops. And here's what I'm getting at.
Is it this size bottle?
Yes.
So 3 scoops
3
in
scoops
this bottle?
in that bottle.
Okay, 26 ounce, yeah.
What I'm getting at is no matter if I put 1 scoop or 3 scoops, it tastes the same.
Good.
right? But because I take it steadily.
Yeah.
Not like before, because I was very conscious about, hey, if I take in too many electrolytes, it could have different imbalance in my system. If, it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to take water and then in 45 minutes, I need to take a gel so I don't spike, the electrolytes or the sugar. With this, it's just steady.
Yeah.
And so, I just feel steady throughout the ride. I don't care if it's an hour ride or 3-hour ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had another gentleman who told me, because we're going to get into this part of it now, he told me that he would always have a headache after his rides. And the first thing I thought to myself is, one, you're not hydrating enough during the ride. But two, what are you doing when you get off the bike? So let me ask you, how do you feel when you've gotten off of, 3-hour, 4-hour ride?
I feel fine. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't feel any different aside from fatigue. Aside from
which is normal.
Fatigue. It's normal.
Yeah.
Right? Getting off a 1.5-hour ride or a 3-hour ride. The only thing I feel is fatigue, which is normal.
Yeah.
Right? Before, I would be like, I might have some stomach issues, or I was conscious about, hey, if I take too much of this, I don't know if I'm going to have stomach issues after the ride, so I'm just going to pull back.
Yeah.
And if I pull back, I go, okay, did I take enough?
And see, you had
what I mean? So,
you had PTSD on this because that's why you only were going out with one scoop.
Right.
And I told you, don't worry.
Yeah.
You can load up. So the recovery part is the important part that I want to talk about, because if you're coming home and you're raiding the pantry, raiding the fridge, that's because you didn't fuel enough during your ride. Now you come home and you're starving. Or if you get that post-ride headache, you didn't fuel enough, you didn't hydrate enough. But if you keep the fueling steady throughout your ride, several things are going to happen. One, you're going to ride better. Two, you can put in harder effort, so your training is more effective because you're not bonking. And three, your recovery is better. And if you are a person with a family or a job that you do in the morning club ride and you got to get to work and you got to work a full day now, you did the 6:30 ride, you got to clock in by 8, you are functioning. You are a functioning human being.
Yep.
And you're not hangry. And if you keep the fueling level up, then your muscle recovery, like the actual recovery process, is easier to deal with, which then means you can train again the next day instead of having to skip a day because you're sore. So there's a lot of reasons why fueling is so important. So have you been able to kind of continue to dial up your calories per hour? Do you know where you're at now? Do you know how many calories per hour you're at?
So it's less than 300.
Okay.
Because when I started training many years ago, at some point someone told me I had to do at least 300 calories based on my body weight. And again, I think I'm maybe an anomaly. One, I'm a little stockier and heavier for someone my age or someone who normally would ride. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So in the beginning was trial and error because I was putting in 3 to 350 an hour. I wanted to make sure. So whether it's gels, what I eat, and my supplement.
Yes.
I needed to get over, between 3 and 350. Now I could probably do, 250, 230, 250, and I would feel good. Yeah. I want to get back to something you said earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because to me, it was like that, right? As soon as I get off the ride, my main thing was I need to get home and eat a huge meal because now I'm hungry, right? And it does satisfy me, but half hour after I ride, I'm out. Like, I need to take a nap. Yeah. One, because I just ate a full meal.
You get a food coma, whatever they call it, right?
And then now, I'm fatigued, I'm tired, so I'm just going to take a nap. I sleep 3 hours later, and I'm done for the day because now I'm more tired. I'm more lethargic. Ever since I started using this, I don't have that craving when I go home. I need to eat a big meal. No, I said, just eat a regular meal, and I can sit there and still function the rest of the day. And I'm talking about Saturday. So, my wife's like, you're gone for 3 to 4 hours in the morning.
We got that honeydew list to get to now.
And then you're going to eat. Then you're going to take a nap. By that time, it's like 4 o'clock when you wake up. What'd you do for Saturday?
So this is important. So you're not taking naps anymore. I have helped your relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
But this is important because if you come home exhausted and or hungry and all that other stuff you just mentioned, you're all of us that have a significant other who doesn't ride, it's like, come on, we gotta go, we gotta get groceries.
I waited for you all day.
Right. Oh yeah.
And now you're gonna sleep.
Because to you, 3 hours was fun. You're hanging out with all your mates,
right?
And she or he is waiting at home for you, right? So, okay, so that recovery is really important. But it's really important part of the whole training regimen and the whole nutritional protocol, but it's not as crucial if you feel right.
Correct.
During. Correct. And by the way, it doesn't have to be this product. It's anything. PB&J sandwiches. You've seen on some of my videos, I'll get Yukon Gold potatoes because they're so yummy. And I'll just throw a bunch of salt on it and just wrap them up in parchment paper and put them in my pockets. Obviously, I want to get folks on my product because it's very easy, it's tasteless, all that stuff. But fueling is whatever your body can tolerate. Speaking of, have you tried, whole foods or real foods on some of your longer stuff? Your Ironman distances and stuff like that?
I have not.
Okay.
I've only gone through one tub as I'm ramping up.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I'm getting 2 more tubs because now I'm going to ramp up my mileage.
Oh, so you got something coming up?
No, but the weather's starting to get nice here. So
it is.
No excuse to not get out on the road.
Today's what, April 15th or 14th?
15th.
Yeah. It's right in the middle of the month. Yeah.
Right. So, getting out more. So, typically I'll eat something. Typically it would be, I've done potatoes, just boiled potatoes. I've done peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I just cut them in quarters so it'd be easier for me to. Yeah, so that's next. And George, you know this. I can look at the ingredients and I have no idea what I'm looking at. But I've tried enough supplements, I've tried enough products that I go, this works, this doesn't. Like I said, I don't know what it is. My stomach is sensitive. And so when this works, you can tell me whatever's in the ingredients and how many, percentages is in there, how many, whatever.
It's
I'll be like,
matter.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What works for me?
I didn't get gas. I didn't have any issues. I felt strong and powerful throughout my entire ride and stuff like that. The other thing is that, and this is not a promotion for either of these products, but I didn't mention this earlier, but this is just carbs. And so you will still have to supplement your electrolytes one way or the other. You can get some effervescent stuff like this, salt stick. I purposely wanted it to just be calories only. And let me explain why. Because if you have a product that has electrolytes in it, protein, fat, whatever, and, it starts to get hot and you want to have more electrolytes, well, you start drinking more of whatever's in your bottle. And now you're taking all that other stuff along with it. You're taking along all that extra electrolytes, all the extra, let's say if it had protein or fat in it. Whereas this way, you always keep your calories always the same. And then, it's hot. I need some more electrolytes. I'll take 2 pills this hour or 3 pills this hour. Oh, it's starting to cool off. I don't need to take any more. Same thing with the protein. If you want the protein, by the way, I think that's just a big old myth. I ride hundreds and hundreds and hours upon hours without any protein, and I'm not destroyed the next day. If you keep your carb intake going, your body's pretty smart. It says, well, I don't have to break down muscle because I got these exogenous calories coming in constantly. You know, I'm running from this saber-toothed tiger. I don't want to break down my muscle. Let me use the calories that are coming in. So protein, muscle sparing, if you keep the carbs coming in. Okay, so your club, I did have one of your ladies call me. Yep. So that's cool. Let's see about some of these other folks to come around. The basic premise of this product is basically to just get people to increase their calorie intake. Far too often I talk to someone, they have no idea how many calories they're taking in. They go out for a 3-4 hour ride, they take a bar and a gel, and they got plain water in their bottles, and then they're wondering why they are underperforming. Well, they've only got 200 calories and they went out for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, let's try to establish a baseline of like 200 calories for your athletes, which is just 2 scoops in each bottle. Get them going on that protocol consistently, and then they should see some. A lot of times it's not even that you're going to feel like a superstar. It's just you won't feel bad, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think there's an expectation for some athletes of, hey, I'm taking nutrition, I'm taking supplements, so I'm going to have this extra energy. I'm going to have this extra, push. I don't think I've ever felt that. And if you are, then
there's something else.
There's something else in there. No, well, I mean,
caffeine.
It could be caffeine, it could be sugar.
Yeah.
You're going to spike. Hey, you're going to spike. Whenever you spike, guess what? You're going to come back down.
You crash again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it ramps up like this, but it crashes.
It crashes a little further down. So, but I'm excited to use a little bit more. Like I said, you brought up those 2 products. I actually use them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with anything I talk about. It's just I don't promote it as the end all be all. But yeah, these are great. This puts flavor into your bottle. Yep. So if you put that in there, which is the good thing about this product, it doesn't have any flavor. So if you are already using something, I use goo Roctane, I use e-fuel, right? Okay, well, this is a good product. Now add 1 scoop of my product and you've added 100 extra calories without conflicting with the taste that this already gives you. And by the way, I'd rather you use this as your foundation of calories and then throw something else in. So in other words, if you're making a 300 or a 400 calorie bottle, maybe put 2 or 3 scoops of this and then 1 scoop of the other thing, because it's much easier to digest. Anyway, I think we've spent enough time. I would like for you, now that you're going to take, by the way, this is a very, very typical situation. Someone orders 1 container, like let's say it's someone online or even someone here in the store, and they come back and buy 2. I mean, honestly, this happens all the time. Then they come back and buy 3. I've got a heavy training block coming up. So I completely understand the psychology of that. Well, I don't know, he's making a lot of promises about this product, but then they try it and they come back and get 2 the next time, and then sometimes 3. And then for a little while I was running out of it because my orders were really small, because I was just really financially I was taking a risk, and so I didn't want to buy a huge order, so I kept running out. And so when I'd get I get some people like, well, you keep running out, so let me buy 4 right now. I'm like, oh, but you're causing it. you're perpetuating this me running out of product stuff. But then, they wanted to secure their product and have it. So,
well, that's a testament of how good the product is. You don't want to run out.
You don't want to run out. Yeah. And actually today, I put in another order because I want it for the summer race season, and they're about 60 to 90 days. So we're April, so I was trying to plan it for June 21 to have it for the summer session. But yeah, so if you've stuck around this long for this video, as an introductory offer, which means first-time buyers only, I will offer 20% off. First-time buyers only, 20% off if you mention this video, and I'll put a hashtag in the description and mention that. Send me an email, revcycling@gmail. That'll also be in the description. 20% off, introductory for first-time buyers only. John D, as always, I appreciate your friendship more than your business, but I appreciate your business as well.
Absolutely.
All right. For everyone else, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by summer. And in the meantime, we'll see you up the road.